Hi folks, it's Evo here from Thundermist Lure Company. Great to see you. And welcome to today's episode of Thundermist Fishing Tips. I am out here on Lake Erie looking for that panfish bite, those wonderful Lake Erie perch. And I think I got my first one right now. And it's a beauty. Oh yes, that's what it's all about right there, folks. That's what I'm out for right there. He gave me a nice bite. And that's a Lake Erie. I would say that's a jumbo. It's a borderline jumbo, that's for sure. That's a nice start to my day right there. Okay, we're gonna get him in the box. And what I've noticed is we're not really marking any fish, so they're kind of scattered here, I believe. So I'm just drifting right now, but if we happen to drift over a school of fish, I'll anchor. So you can see here I have a pail of minnows. Antonio would be happy because he loves fishing with live bait. And I have got a pre-tied T-turn bait rig on. And as you can see, they come with, I'm just going to bend that in just a bit. They come with 2 T-turns. And I actually tied this rig myself, but they come pre-tied just like this. And they allow my minnows to spin around freely. And the bait rig for panfish is the 1A or the 1A 6G. So the one I'm using now is equivalent to 1A, and I've got a 1 ounce sinker on there. And the reason why it's so heavy is because I'm fishing 51, 52 feet of water. So I need to get that sinker down to the bottom quickly and then hold the bottom. So we've got a nice little drift going here, and where there's one, there's more. And I'm just leaving it on the bottom and let those minnows swim around with that T-turn rig, and if there's a perch around, he's going to attack. I'm just checking my graph. I'm not marking anything right now, but I'm just going to keep drifting, and eventually I know I'm going to get another hit. If not, I'll just bounce back up there again and just drift this little area again. But that's going to be the technique today because the fish are scattered, but I'm looking for those nice perch. This is a great relaxing way to fish. Line down, wait for a bite. Nice little drift, beautiful day. So glad you could join me. There we go. There we go. Now, again, I drifted into 53 feet of water right now. This feels like a decent perch. Now, sometimes with this T-turn bait rig, because there's a hook on the top and a hook on the bottom, you can also catch 2 at a time, which is kind of nice. But no, this is just one, and it's a nice one. That's another nice perch right there. And if you notice, the first one came on the bottom hook, and so did the second one. Came right on the bottom hook. So this one came a little deeper at 53 feet. Okay, I'm gonna put him in the box. And we got a nice little drift going. Beautiful. A nice little drift going. So what I'm gonna do, because these fish are scattered, so I'm not gonna anchor, but I do want to get my line back down there quickly because there might be another one hanging around real quick. Okay, oh, my top minnow looks like it's been chewed too. I might have had 2 biting on there at the same time. But the top minnow still looks decent. And just gonna poke that right through the mouth and come out the back, and let's just drop that right back down there again and see if I can get myself another bite. But this is really nice. I'm just sitting here, I'm relaxing, slow drift. I love it. This is what pan fishing is all about right here. Okay, right down to the bottom. I feel the bottom, and now I just wait in a slow little drift. Now if you have, I'm keeping my, as you notice, I put a good live one on the bottom there, but the top one, he's not alive anymore. But just keep your line moving. If your bait is not alive, just keep it moving, and that will also trigger bites. So even if you don't have lively minnows, you can still trigger some hits. Okay, let's see if I can, not marking anything on the graph, but doesn't mean there's no fish around. Sometimes they hug the bottom and they're hard to mark. Oh, there we go. So what happened, folks? I had a hit, I pulled, I missed. I dropped it right back down there again because a couple of things. First of all, the T-turn bait rig's got 2 hooks, so if he stole my 1 minnow, I still got a second chance at the second minnow. So I dropped it right back down and got myself a nice perch. And look at there. Speaking of which, look at that. My top minnow is gone, so that could have been the one that I missed the first one on. And there's my minnow hanging right out of his mouth right there. And my hook is buried right in there. He nailed it. Oh boy, I wasn't gonna miss that one. Oh boy, it's right in there. I might actually need to get the pliers to get it out. Okay, that's a nice perch right there. Finally got him off, but I might have lost my opportunity. Now I gotta re-rig. So I'm gonna re-rig both of these with some fresh minnows and get right back down there again. Okay, I am re-rigged. Gonna get it right back down there again. And what I like about these rigs too is they come with very, very thin wire hooks. And those thin wire hooks, and they're long shanked, which made it easier to get the hook out. But the thin wire keeps the minnows lively longer. And they hook up very, very nicely. And I'm running braided line. I'm fishing really deep here. I'm 52, 53 feet of water. So you want that sensitivity with the braided line. Of course, I got a fluorocarbon leader. And the T-turn bait rigs come pre-tied with fluorocarbon line as well. So that's good. But you definitely want braid as your main line when you're fishing this deep, because you want that sensitivity to be able to feel that bite. Okay, see if I can slowly drift. And where there's one, there's more. Get back into another perch. Something just picked it up. I was just having a snack. I just thought I'm gonna have myself a little snack. Something picked it up and ran. So it's obviously not a perch. When you're fishing with minnows, you could catch anything. So it might be a bass, it might be a walleye. I'm hoping it's a walleye. I'm in 52 feet of water. It's the month of May. Water temperature is 54 degrees. So it could be a bass, it could be a walleye. I'm hoping it's a walleye. Oh boy, I got something nice. I'm hoping it's a walleye. That would be super nice. Whatever it is, it's a nice fish. It might even be a sheephead. I don't know. I don't know. I got something decent though, folks. Oh, would I love it if it's a nice walleye. That would just make my day. Oh. No net? I don't think I brought a net. You know what that means, folks? That means I gotta land them by hand. I can't believe I didn't bring my net. My little bass net. Everyone loves my little bass net. Okay, well, let's see what we got. Oh, you know what? It's a walleye and it's a dandy. It's a beauty. I have got a beautiful walleye. Where's that net when you need it? Oh my goodness. Folks, there's a nice walleye. And it looks like I got the cameraman's line on me too. Yes, I do. That's okay. Oh, he's just hooked too. That's a big walleye. Holy. There's a Lake Erie walleye. Oh my goodness, that's a Lake Erie walleye right there. Wow, I was hoping it would be a walleye, and that is a beauty. Oh my goodness. Tell you what, there's a few meals there, right there. And he's just barely hooked. Look at that, just hooked in the top of the snout, but he was hooked really, really good. Now, when Mr. Wally shows up, the perch are gonna scatter for sure. So you know what I'm gonna do? Well, he's gonna go in the box. I'm gonna keep this fish. And I'm gonna bounce back up there again, because if that walleye's in this area, mind you, where there's one walleye, there's more too. That's a given. But I think what I'll do is I'll just go up there and do another drift and slowly drift back. see if I can pick up a few more perch and maybe another bonus walleye. So, I was just finishing my snack from that catching that walleye, and I decided not to go back up and keep drifting because I rethought about it and I thought, you know what, where there's one walleye there's more. So I just kept drifting and working on that snack, but this I think is a nice perch. We shall see. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's a nice perch, folks, right there. That's a Lake Erie jumbo. Look at that. That is a Lake Erie jumbo right there. When you can lip lock them like that, that's a beautiful perch right there. That's just a dandy. In fact, you know what? That's worth a photo. Oh, look at that. Look at, did you see that? I gotta show you this. That was unbelievable. Get this guy off the hook. Beautiful, beautiful perch. But look at what popped as I was taking the hook out. What popped right out of his mouth was a goby. Look at this. He just spit that guy right out of his mouth. Did you see it? It just came popping right out, just poop. Obviously it's dead. We'll throw that back out there again. But oh my God, that was great. So that's worth a photo. I think I need a photo for Instagram and Facebook. Perch and walleye together. That's what I'm gonna do. Back up for another drift, back into more fish. That's what it's all about right there. I'm loving it. Looks like I'm gonna keep drifting this little zone here. But he gave me a nice little bite too. Beautiful. I love it, folks. I just love pan fishing. And the perch are delicious. One of the better eating freshwater fish, as are the walleye. Oh yeah. There we go. Now look at that one. That one came on the top hook. Interesting. The other ones came on the bottom hook. This one came on the top hook. Okay. So he goes in the box. 52 feet of water right now. And that minnow on the top hook looks still good. So I'm gonna put it right back down again. And like I said, I can keep my line moving. If your minnows have died, just keep it moving, keep it active, and you'll trigger those bites. That one just about took the rod right out of my hands. Seriously, he gave me a really, really aggressive bite. Unbelievable bite. Boy, do I love that. That's really nice. Oh, this feels like unless there's two, it's possible there could be two, but if it's one perch, it's going to be a dandy. And what is it? I see one for sure, and it is a dandy. Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh, get him in here. Look at that. Okay, folks, that is a true jumbo Lake Erie perch right there. That's a beauty. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And he came on the bottom hook as well. So I'm getting him on the top, I'm getting him on the bottom. And he wasn't coming off either. He was hooked nicely. Look at that perch. That, folks, is what it's all about right there. That is Lake Erie perch at its best. Oh my goodness. Okay, he's gonna go in the box. Time to re-rig and get right back out there again. Every time I take a bite of a snack, I get a hit. That's the secret to getting bites, folks. Just start eating something and you'll get a hit. I can't believe it. I just put it in. I said, okay, I'm gonna have a bite of an apple. Took my first bite, and I started getting hits. You know, this is just so much fun. I've got a one-piece 6-foot medium power rod. It's not what I normally use for perch. I got my little ultralight rod for perch, but this is what I brought today, and it's just as good. It's just as well because I had that huge walleye on. And what do I got here? Oh, look at this. Folks, that's another nice jumbo perch right there. Isn't that something? That is a beauty. And look at my top hook. minnow gone. So I might have had an opportunity to catch 2 at a time. But you know what, folks? This is unbelievable fishing. The perch fishing on Lake Erie, they're so good eating. They're a lot of fun to catch. And you know what? I've got a gorgeous, gorgeous day upon me today. Nice little chop on the water. I absolutely love it. And you start catching perch like this and bonus walleye, doesn't get much better than that. Folks, if you haven't yet, get on out there, get a line wet, have some fun. I'm having the time of my life out here. It's nice and quiet. I got a little chop in the water. Sun's coming out, partly cloudy, partly sunny, catching fish, having fun. That's what it's all about. I want to thank you ever so much for joining me on today's episode of Thundermist Fishing Tips. And as always, folks, until next time, good luck and good fishing. That's a beauty.